Today we'll be going through my PSA submission so I can get it all packaged up and sent out tomorrow after class. I will be doing a grading return on the video too, and we'll go through all the grades on these. I just wanted to make sure and get on video the quality of these and make sure that they were all in order before I ship them out, so that in case, it would stink, but if PSA messed up my order, I could get insurance on it. So y'all have already seen some of the cards. We went through those old promo sheets, and that lot makes up a big majority of some of the ones I'm sending out, of course. So I've already got these on video. I'm just gonna make sure that they are in order for PSA. And of course, I'm submitting with PSA. PSA is the best grading company to submit with. You get the most value for your cards. And people complain about them a lot, but they're still the number one in the market. Okay, so we've got the Icy Sky Shaman. That's what it says in Japanese. Also increased the video quality on this, so hopefully it's better than last time. But there's that. We've already shown the condition on that. Then we have the Piplup from the movie promos, and Pikachu as well. Of course, these are all from the 11th movie commemoration set in Japanese. It's a really rare promo sheet to have, but I did get my hands on one, and we opened it here. So go check that out. That was pretty cool. And thank y'all for all the support. We got a lot of views on the last video, and a lot of people seemed happy about it. So now on to the Southern Islands promos. Starting off with Togepi. Of course, this is the this is the third most expensive card in the set. It is a little bit off-centered though, so I'm not really expecting that to 10. Maybe a pull at 9. It's still a pretty cool card. You got Squirtle and Pikachu in the background. Of course, the side of Ivysaur right there. You can see where it matches up. And then Ivysaur, Raticate, Lickitung, Vileplume, Primeape, and that's all of those for the Southern Islands. And then after that, we've got the Sun and Moon promos. So the Sun and Moon promo sheet I did not open on camera, sadly. I should have, but I didn't even think about it till after I did. Starting out, number 1, we got Rowlet, Litten, Popplio, and Pikachu. This is the complete set. I also showed these last video as well. There's a lot of cards, though, getting sent out in this submission. I think there's 63 in total. And a lot of these were from people that... a lot of these were given to me by people, surprisingly. People that send me cards to sell for them on Whatnot. Every now and then they send me some cards to keep for myself, or I'll buy them off of them. But a lot of people were nice enough to give me these, or give me a really good deal on them. So here's an Erica's Clefable. I will take all of these out of the card saver, make sure that the sleeves are clean on them, and I want to make sure they're in new sleeves, and just show y'all the condition. When the second I saw this, I just knew I had to get it graded, because look how clean the holofoil is on this. Like, I'm not seeing a single scratch on the holofoil at all. And it's got a big swirl, and it's first edition, of course, so that's always a plus. And then on the back of it here, really clean. The only thing I think that's keeping this from tinning is that there is some white dots down there. There's one right there, and a couple up there. That was just a flake of something right there. But yeah, maybe pull a 9, maybe. I'm thinking 8 or 9 on that. That's my guess. Hoping for a 9, but this is a pretty nice card to have graded either way. So slide that in there. And of course, when you're submitting to PSA, you gotta always put them in sleeves and put them in card savers. So there's Erica's Clefable. Gosh dang. Clefable. Next up, this is actually my little brother's. Ampharos. we used to open a lot of X and Y when we were kids. And my brother pulled this himself. Our grandparents bought us some boxes. I think he literally pulled this out of the Groudon figure. Like, I think it's a premium collection box or something. But he pulled this himself out of it. He was really happy when he pulled this. And this card has went up a lot in value recently, especially in a 10. So we will be getting this graded. I'm going to grade it for him. Kind of as a as a gift. Probably the cleanest copy of a card this old. Well, from this era that I've seen in a minute. I am seeing some scratches right there, though. I just realized that. Oh, no. Super light, though. But I'm going to get this graded for him. Probably going to pull that 9, to be honest. Maybe a 10. I don't know. That's probably going to kick it down to a 9. But still an epic card. And, even if the card from your childhood is in perfect condition, it's always fun to grade one of them that you remember, that you really like. For example, I'll show you one of the ones I've got graded up here. I pulled this myself out of X and Y Breakpoint. Back when Breakpoint came out, we went to Dave & Buster's, and I got a pack as one of my prizes, and it was a Breakpoint pack right when it came out. And yeah, I pulled the Skyla myself, got it graded. I already knew it wasn't going to 10 because of the centering, but I sent it anyways because why not? Really cute card. That's gone up in value too. Everything's going up in value right now with the way the market is. Next up, I got this Umbreon that I picked up. Got to make sure that these are all going in order as well. I got this from a game exchange, and they wouldn't go down on the price for it any. I think I got it for $25. It's all messed up, but I reckon, even if it pulls a 1, I could probably still get $70, $80 out of it. Still a really desirable card, even in such bad condition. It was really, really dirty, but I got a Q-tip and I cleaned it up. And so, yeah, I don't know. Probably got to pull the 1. Still a really pretty hollow. At least it's just all around the edges. There's no big creases going right through the Umbreon. So, pretty hollow. Let me get that card saver. Next up, I got a lot of Japanese cards from another vendor at a card show I went to. And he said, "Oh, these are my buddies, I'll give you a good deal on them." I figured that since they were his buddies, that he wasn't going to give me any kind of deal on them. But he said, "Take the entire lot of Japanese hollows for $5, and we got a deal." There was like 15 of them, and most of them were in very good condition. And these 4 are good enough to grade, and that Porygon Z is worth like 100 in a 10. So I figured I'd send these in as well. Because, again, look how clean these are, dude. If you saw these backs mixed in with some other cards, you'd probably just think, oh, look, some modern cards mixed in here with these. But let's look at these cards. Make sure you show off the condition. When you're submitting, you always need to do something on the lines of this. That way you get... Oh, dude, that kind of freaked me out there for a second. I thought those marks right there were scratches, but it's actually just part of the hollow foil. Look how clean the hollow is. Big swirl on them, too. Bottom's really clean as well. And the back, delectable. Perfect. Literally, that is a 10 copy of a card if I've ever seen one. And I have a couple Porygon buyers, so... perfect to grade. Porygon Z from... what set is this from in Japanese? It is... of course, it's Diamond and Pearl, but it is called Moonlight Pursuit. It's a pretty name for a Japanese card set from Diamond and Pearl. Next up, the Magnezone. Again, all these are from 2006, Diamond and Pearl. They did have first edition and unlimited print runs at this time for this era of cards. But these are all the unlimited version, which surprisingly is more rare in Japan than first edition. Because the first edition print runs, there are so many printed of them before the unlimited print run that the unlimited cards are actually harder to find. So I'm interested to see how that affects the price of these. But there's that Magnezone. Again, very clean. This is the biggest submission to PSA I've ever done. I just got me a PSA membership, so I'm really interested in sending more cards out, opening more promo sheets, opening more boxes on here, and literally sending them straight to PSA. I've always wanted to do that. I've always been a little bit of a grading fanatic, but I've never had a membership and never sent out this many cards before. So I'm hoping to get a bunch of good grades on these. And, of course, if you see any of these that you like on here, as I'm going through here showing these off and recording the condition on these, most of these will be for sale on my Whatnot when they do come back from grading. So I will post my link to my Whatnot down in the description. If you don't have Whatnot, there's a promo code included with that link. So just use that and get yourself $15 for signing up. We'll be doing some giveaways sometimes for some time for some new users. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. I think that's just part of the holo right there. It's hard to tell. It looks like they're... Nah, I guess that's clean. Okay. So, yeah, go check that link out. I'll be doing a giveaway sometime. And we will be doing some submission reveals on here. So make sure and subscribe. I do have a pretty cool selection of cards coming in. A really small grading submission coming back. It's only 7 cards, but there's some bangers in there. I do have 6 of these Eevees. They are all literally exactly the same. I don't think I'll go through here and show every single one of these condition, because there's literally 6 of these. But they're all very mint copies straight from the pack. I pulled these myself. I do like ripping Crimson Haze. I feel like it's a very slept-on Japanese set. Because you got the Eevee art rares, you got the Growlithe in there as well. I'm trying to think of what other art rares there are in that set. But there are a bunch of very pretty art rares in there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All of them very good centering, very good edges, very good surface. I figure all of these will get 10s, but you never know with PSA. All 10 quality, though, cards that have been going up recently. And then after that, we've got a Skarmory art rare for Paradise Dragona, also straight out of a pack. I think these newer art rares I ain't too worried about, so we're just going to kind of skim through these. Here's some Braviaries. Again, very clean edges, solid centering. For the most part, Japanese cards, the centering, for the most part, you get solid centering when you get a new box of Japanese cards. But, you know, that off chance, sometimes you do get some off-centered ones. There's 2 Infernapes. Very pretty. Oh, these are also from Crimson Haze. The Skarmory was from... And the Skarmory and Braviary were from Paradise Dragona. Probably my second favorite set in Japanese to open. Here's a pretty pincer. I thought that was a cool-looking artwork. So I'm sending that in as well. I know these aren't like some crazy grails, but most of them have some worth to them, and they're pretty. So definitely would be worth picking up for a collection. Here's Ursaluna. I don't really care for this card. It's probably one of the few cards in this submission that I don't really care for. This is definitely getting sold. Once it comes back at 10, it's worth a decent amount in a 10, so it's still worth sending in, but I don't really care for the Pokemon itself. Next up, we do have 2 Latiases EX. It's just a regular SRs. Still has a little bit of worth to it from Paradise Dragona. So always you're trying to shoot for that SAR, but sometimes you do get stuck with an SR. And I've never understood why in Japanese they have full arts as regular SRs, but you know, some of the regular full arts do look pretty cool in Japanese. Latios is my favorite art rare from Paradise Dragona. All clean. If you see any dots, it's just dust or whatever. Mostly, I put them all in clean sleeves, so they should all be good. So we've got those. And then after that, we've got the Zacian Trainer Gallery. I will take this one out of the sleeve because we do know how English quality is. Zacian V. This is from Astral Radiance, I think is the set number on this. Not entirely sure. I don't know why. I literally got back into Pokemon during the Sword and Shield era, but I'm always forgetting my my set symbols. But there's that Zacian V Trainer Gallery from Astral. 10 worthy for sure, and I love this card. I have another Zacian. I think this would look really pretty with in my collection. I don't like to collect CGC slabs, but this was just too beautiful to not pick up, and I got it when it wasn't too expensive. It's a pristine 10, so that's always cool. Very clean, very beautiful card. Such cool artwork on that, so I figured that Zacian would look good with this one. Next, we have two Licia's Appeals. We got the regular SR and the SAR. Dude, I started jumping. I was so happy. I was so happy when I pulled this. This is my chase from the set. I was also chasing that Latias SAR as well. Let me make sure I got these in the correct order real quick. Regular SR, and then the SAR. Of course, both in near mint, and as many of you know, I love Kingdra. And even though this is a regular secret rare, not worth very much, I love this Pokemon, so I pulled this myself out of Crimson Haze. Again, another good set to open. And yeah, I'm going to get it graded anyways. Going to my Kingdra collection. Here's an Iron Leaves I pulled out of Cyber Judge. Pack fresh, good corners, good quality. Here's a Houndoom, one of the cards in English that has been on the rise. This is from Crimson Haze as well. I'm telling you, Crimson Haze has so many good art rares. So there's that. Sit that on top of the stack. Jasmine's Gaze. My fiance actually pulled this while we were out on a trip. I bought a bunch of Surging Sparks booster packs to rip from Five Below. I was really surprised to find it there. Since it is English, I better take it out just to show the quality on it. But I was really surprised to pull this. I think those cards went down a lot. Maybe not. I don't know. But I remember everybody was hyping this card up, acting like it was going to be the top chase from the set. Of course, the Pikachu reigns supreme. So there is that. From Surging Sparks, Jasmine's Gaze. Here's a card that I pulled out of Brilliant Stars. Yeah, Brilliant Stars is definitely this set. So I pulled this myself. Honestly, most of the time when I pull English cards, most of them aren't in 10 quality. You can open hundreds and hundreds of packs, pull dozens of SARs or art rares or trainer galleries from sets that you open. And to be honest, you will have such a low 10 rate in English. That's why I mainly open Japanese. There is a dot in the top right, but I think it's just... There, I got it off. Okay, so there's that. But yeah, I mainly open Japanese because, like, the quality, you're almost guaranteed. I'd say you have probably a 75% chance of pulling a card that's grade worthy, that's worthy to get a 10. And so, that's why wouldn't you open Japanese? You get so much more bang for your buck than English. When in English, I bet you open in a bunch of packs, you probably only get 50% chance or less to pull a PSA 10 worthy card that's actually has some value to it. And here's a Hisuian Growlithe as well. I kind of skimmed over this. Very cute card. Again, in Crimson Haze in Japanese. I'm telling you, Crimson Haze is such a slept-on set, but this is a Twilight Masquerade English variant of it. So that's through that page. Oh, that Kingdra was actually Night Wanderer, not Crimson Haze, my bad. Next up, we have 3 Hisuian Growlithe in Japanese. So we got these 3. Again, all PSA 10 quality, all pulled by myself. I love opening Japanese, so there's those. Also pulled these 2 parents. Figured I'd get the SAR and the SR graded together. Hoping for a sequential on these 2 right here, to be honest. That's why I put them back to back in the grading pile. So that would be a cool sequential set to have. But there's those 2 parents. Very pretty cards. Next up, we have... I forget what... I always get these mixed up. But this is Cinccino. I always get Minccino and Cinccino mixed up. I did not pull this myself, actually. This was given to me by a viewer, I do believe. I'm going to grade this. Very cute. I get a lot of girl viewers. A lot of ladies like to watch my shows, and they are always wanting the cute cards, so this will definitely be a good addition to my shop. We got Mr. Mime in the background, and Meryl and Skitty, and the Pokemon doll right there. Very cute. And then next up, we have a Suicune. I thought this was really cool, so it's not worth too much, but definitely worth getting graded. Very clean. Suicune GX in Japanese. Magneton Art Rare, Japanese. Of course, this is the Japanese equivalent of the Surging Sparks promo in English for ETBs. Nidoking Art Rare 151. Another very clean copy. And 151's always going up. Kirlia. Oh, these were also, by the way, these were also all, I think these, let's see here, which ones were they? The Cinccino, the Suicune, the Magneton, the Nidoking, and this Kirlia were all given to me by people that sent in cards for me to sell for them on Whatnot. I will be doing a video on how to submit cards to me for that, and that should get posted up tonight or tomorrow. Here is the Magikarp. I think there's a hair in there, so let me get that out. Of course, Magikarp. I pulled these before the PSA 10 went up, like, doubled value. I also have one in my collection already. It's one of my cards that I really like in my collection. I actually traded in some bulk for this card. Back when it was only $90 in value, I had a crap ton of bulk, and I traded in and got this Magikarp. And now it's, like, doubled in value, so that's pretty cool for how much bulk I gave them from doing pack rips on my channel. Again, very clean cards. Really, really, really hoping for the 10. This is kind of the cards. These are kind of the grails of the submission. So hopefully we pull the 10s on those. And let me make sure on that order real quick. Yep. All right. So that is this submission. We will be doing a return on these whenever that comes in, hopefully within a couple months. Before I go, though, I will show y'all that I did get a new addition to my PC. As y'all know, I love Sun and Moon. Me and my brother, when we were young, we got into Pokemon. We were opening X and Y. I started opening, like, mid to early X and Y. And we opened all the way up through Sun and Moon right before tag teams got really popular. So, right before those sets came out. This is I really love Xerneas. And Alolan Ninetales is pretty. So, Fairy Rise booster box in Japanese. Great addition to my sealed collection. Hopefully getting an acrylic case for this sometime soon. some very beautiful cards in this set. Not sure what the English equivalent of this is, but yeah, very pretty. So thanks for sticking around. If you stuck around for the whole video, this is kind of just a way for me to record and y'all to get some entertainment value out of these. So thank you guys very much, and I will post some more videos soon, and see you guys again soon.